Whether it makes you laugh, cry, scream, or fly, there's a song for every emotion. We're Priya and Mike, and we talk about the songs that make up the soundtrack to your life, because life is in the lyrics.
Hello, everyone. I'm Mike.
And I'm Priya, and this is Life is in the Lyrics, where we talk and talk about how important music is in our lives.
And we'd love to hear from you. And you can get in touch with us at lifeisinthelyrics@gmail.com or slide into our DMs at The Little Podcast. That's the LIITL podcast on Instagram.
And can they also email us?
Yeah, I did. I said that already.
Did you already say that part? Oh, okay.
I'm glad you're paying attention.
I zoned out for a second there.
Okay.
We are in our new studio today.
Yes.
It's very comfortable compared to where we used to record. So we are now in Mike's house, and we've got a really nice studio set up here, and I'm very cozy. So sorry if I blanked out there already.
Maybe you're a little too comfy cozy.
Maybe. I might be nap time. Anyways, this is exciting that we have our own little studio space.
Yes. Yeah. It's a bit of an investment for sure.
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to my credit card bill.
Okay. I thought you were going to get this as a Christmas gift.
I did.
Oh.
From me to me.
I love those gifts.
Yeah.
The gifts that keep on giving.
I know. Dawn
With
is
interest.
like, how much did you spend on this? And I'm like, well, I got a little bit of money for Christmas. And so I added that towards it. So, blah, blah. But I think it's a good investment. And I think for you and me and what we want to accomplish this year with our podcast and all the exciting things we have planned, this gives us a lot more flexibility.
Plus, we have some fun little additions we can do with this system. So let's just check out some of those. Well, I haven't been boring yet, Mike. Well, that's going to come in so handy.
I have a feeling this one's going to get used a lot.
Oh. On me or you?
I'm quite sure it's going to be on me.
Well, but the thing is that you're the one controlling the sound effects.
It's true, actually.
Okay,
I'll be using this one on me.
Yeah, typical.
Good point, Mike. Good point. Yeah, that was a great point.
What about me? What do I get? Oh.
Yeah, that's it. A little bit.
Okay.
Or it'll be when I ask you a question and you're not paying attention.
Oh, wow. Like, that's what you should have done when I already asked if you set the email address. Woo.
Yeah.
Do we have a couple more?
There are, yes.
Fun.
Are we going to do them all?
I think we
our
need
poor
to.
listeners.
Well, record scratch, yeah.
Yeah, got to use that one.
Oh, I love that.
Oh.
Eureka.
Yeah,
Right? That's
Priya's
Eureka.
got an idea.
Yeah.
Actually, that might be used for me. It's like, because sometimes when you're saying something and I'm like, oh, that reminds me of...
Oh my God, it's going to come in so handy.
And the last one is...
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff, folks. This
Good
is going to be amazing. I know you all can't wait to hear those littered into our episodes like confetti. Oh, yeah. Okay, Mike, so tell me, how was your holidays? I haven't seen you since before the break.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. So I was trying to think back to when we last recorded. It was before the holiday break. Oh,
Yep.
Geez. I didn't start the timer.
Oh,
Here we
Mike.
go.
Oh, my
Okay.
God.
Yeah, I had a great break, really. It was quite relaxing. Where I work, they shut down for almost 2 weeks.
That's pretty sweet.
It is. It is great. And I have checked my email maybe twice just to keep an eye on things. But because the whole place is shut down, really, there's not much happening.
Sweet.
Yeah, so it's great. Did some family stuff, which was wonderful. Just enough time. And we're wrapping it up and back to work now.
Thank you for that glittering summary of your holiday break.
Yeah, I know.
You really made it sound exciting.
Well, I mean, what do you want to know? I spent
did you
a lot of
travel?
time.
Did you get some good gifts?
Oh, yeah.
Did you, I don't know, do anything fun? Have any great meals or anything?
Well, New Year's we did.
Oh,
New
what'd
Year's
you do
Eve.
for New Year's? Yeah.
For New Year's Eve, we had some friends over. So there were 8 of us. And we did a potluck and we
Nice.
did a barbecue because it was so mild.
Oh, God.
Although it poured rain on Christmas or New Year's. Do you remember?
Right. I was in Montreal for New Year's.
Oh, right. Yes. How was it?
That was good, but tell me about your barbecue, and then I'll tell you about my...
Oh, yeah.
travels.
No, it was good. I mean, it was nice to have people over. I said to Dawn, Christmas, we're going to be with family and, it was going out of town. And so it was quite an ordeal to get everything ready and blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And then New Year, we knew that for New Year's we were going to have friends over. And I really did not want to do a lot of socializing outside of that.
Yeah.
But then we got invited to this and then a dinner and that. And it's like, okay, I just really wanted to
lay low,
chill. Exactly. You know?
Play with Riva.
Yeah. So,
who, if you guys hear some strange sounds in the background, that's Riva licking the air around us.
Yeah, she's very excited. She's in the room with us. Yes. Yeah. So it was a nice break.
Yeah.
Just what I needed to rejuvenate, and now I'm ready for 2025. Bring it, baby.
Nice. Bring it on. Bring it on.
So you tell me about Montreal. What? Why Montreal?
You know, actually, I traveled a lot this break. I went to my place.
Right, yeah.
My little I have an Airbnb property, and it was just so great because it was super cold the 2 nights that I was there with my friend
and
our
hot
dogs,
tub.
and we have an outdoor hot tub, and
Right.
it was just so sweet. So we had a great time, like super chill there.
Do you wear bathing suit in your hot tub?
Yeah, as opposed to like naked?
Yeah.
Oh no, I would never go naked with my friends.
Really?
I also don't want anybody's pubes in my hot tub.
Well, they're going to be in there anyways, even
No.
if they're in it. Did you know it's actually less hygienic to be wearing clothing?
Why? How does that make any sense?
Because clothing contains a lot of bacteria. Like you're supposed to shower before you go into a pool.
Right. Nobody does that in a hot tub, especially in winter. Nobody's going to take a shower and walk outside in the minus 15 to the hot tub.
Well, just saying.
Okay.
Anyways.
Now Riva's playing with her ball.
Okay.
No, I didn't know that, and I don't believe it.
It's true. Science.
And I say alternate facts. It's not true.
Okay, Trump.
But no, I've never gone naked in the hot tub, and I don't think I would. I think it would be too much direct heat on my lady bits.
Oh.
Ugh, I just don't want it.
You don't like the heat on the lady bits,
Not
do you?
too much heat. No. You stay in there for a long time. Okay, let's move beyond that.
Moving on.
We had some great meals there. Time passes very slowly at Terra. Which is the name of my rental property. So I love that. Like the minute you get there, it's just so relaxing. So that was really nice. And then I got back home, and the next day I went to New York. So I went to New York for Christmas and hung with Kelsey and my New York fam out there. So that was super fun. I was there till the 29th. And that was just, I mean, all we do. Everybody's like, oh, what'd you see in New York? What'd you go? And I'm like, I go to New York like 4 times a year. So it's not, I don't do the tourist thing anymore. We do usually one day of being out and about in the city in Manhattan doing something. And this year we went there was a big Johnny Depp art exhibit.
Really?
So yeah. And so like,
He's an artist?
He's an artist. Like he does all sorts of different media of artists. He does painting, he does sketches, he does some animation, all sorts of things. So we went to see that show, which was quite interesting. And that was our day out. We went to see a movie at that same night. But other than that, we were just eating.
So many great restaurants in New York.
No, we just ate.
At
ate
home.
At home.
Yeah,
we ate at home. We ordered a couple of times, but we mostly just cooked and ate and watched TV, movies. It was amazing. And then I came back and we went to Montreal for New Year's. So
Busy.
Yeah, but it felt really relaxed. Like it just felt like from one adventure to another, but it didn't feel rushed or like, oh my God, I'm so exhausted. It all felt really nice. So Montreal was we just thought, let's take a road trip. We don't want to be in Toronto for New Year's. We don't want that pressure of, what are you doing? I don't know. New Year's is such a stupid, hyped up
Do you remember that New Year's and we could not find a place to go? Remember we were with some other friends?
Yeah. Didn't we go to...
we ended up at a cafe.
Yeah, By the Way Cafe.
Yeah, that I do remember, like it being about pressure to find something exciting to do or whatever.
I would much rather do what you did, like just be at home with a bunch of friends.
Yep,
that's ideal for me.
It was fun.
Ours was really great because we went to the Ritz-Carlton, which was just down the street from our hotel. We went there for an early drink at around 6:30. Then we went for this amazing dinner, and then
Where'd you go for dinner?
We went to a place called Sushi Momo. It's like a vegan sushi restaurant in Montreal. This guy owns like 4 different restaurants. He's amazing. He just opened one here, and he's kind of like not a friend, but a friendly acquaintance of mine. So I had to interview him for an article.
You know everyone.
And then I was like, are you guys doing something for New Year's? Because we're going to be in Montreal. So yeah, we had an amazing dinner there. And then, well, Mike, you will not be surprised to hear that we ended up in a private room karaoke to ring in the New Year.
Oh my God, are you serious?
And can you guess what song we were singing as we rung in the actual Midnight New Year?
No.
All Too Well. You should all too well know
are
that.
you serious?
Oh, yeah. Halfway through, it was midnight, and we just kept singing. We gave high fives, and we hugged each other. We kept singing.
Oh, my God. That's so cute.
Yeah, it was really fun.
And you know she loves to, I think the three of us sang that at your birthday party.
We did.
You got a birthday coming up.
The full 10-minute version. Yes, I do. And we've got a special episode for that coming up too.
Yes, we do.
But I digress. Back to the holidays. So how are you feeling now? Because we're still in the holidays. Tomorrow is back to reality. Back to life. Back to reality. You know that song?
Yeah, I do. That reminds me of that came out the year after high school, I think.
No, it was in high school.
Well, I'm older than you.
So you're saying the year after high school?
I remember that song. I remember being at Western visiting friends who were there in first year.
Right.
And I remember that song. Oh, no, they weren't in first year. No, that's right. Anyways, this is boring.
We say that often.
But it's true. Do you have any New Year's resolutions?
Yeah. Well, kind of. I mean, I don't like to do resolutions so much because I just think that's so much pressure. Like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then, you know what they say? They say by January 15th or 18th, most people give up on the resolutions. I am trying to set some kind of reframing my mind a little bit. So I've just said, first of all, I want to do things this year that give me joy.
Great.
So that's going to be like my guiding word for the year.
Do you have like specific things in mind right now?
I do. Yeah, I do. Like I want to host more. I want to do some more parties. And I just thought I want to do something fun for Earth Hour where I have a bunch of people over and we do something just with candlelight. It's in March, the last Sunday or Saturday of March, I believe.
Okay.
So yeah, and I was just thinking of doing more hosting things. And I was thinking about maybe every second month hosting a karaoke thing where there's a different theme. And, so just a few things like that. But I just want to have more fun and be more gentle in my self-judgment. So stupid. You can't even get up the energy to work out. You have no commitment to blah, 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 blah. Like,
right.
I want to kind of quiet that voice because she's a fucking bitch. What about you?
I think we all have that in us a little bit. I was thinking about resolutions and wondering, like, do I have resolutions? I'm on the fence about resolutions because on the one hand, I don't think we need January 1st to make a change. I don't, it's like, okay, well, it's maybe in some ways it's good to have a date that's set to start.
Yeah.
But, you could do this at any time of the year.
Yeah.
And I vacillate between the two, right? Like I'm on the one hand, I think it can happen at any time. And on the other hand, I think it's good to actually, it's the start of the year. So now we can start something. And
kind of like everybody's doing it. So you feel sort of like there's this group momentum.
There's so much information about how unsuccessful people are.
I know.
And I was reading this.
So soon, so quickly.
Yeah. But, I was reading some things online about resolutions, anticipating this part of our conversation.
Okay.
And one of the main reasons, according to a lot of the stuff that's written, is that one of the main reasons why people are not successful is because they haven't converted their resolution into a habit. And when you make, so there's lots of other reasons like unattainable goals or, like too lofty of a goal sort of thing. But no, they say that it's not making it a habit.
Right.
So I have a question for you. What do you think the top six resolutions are?
Obviously, working out. Now, is that tied into losing weight though, or are those considered separate things?
They're separate.
Okay, so I would say both of those have to be in the top. So
what do you think the number one goal is? Number one resolution?
I think losing weight.
No.
No?
No.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting. I wouldn't know then. I feel like that's what everybody wants to do is work out or lose weight.
Lose weight, work out. What else? There's six, the top
eat
six.
Healthy?
Yeah.
Is that in there? I don't know. Have more sex?
Nope.
I didn't think so. I just wanted to say
everyone's having
fun.
Lots of sex apparently, or they don't.
Or
like
they
sex
don't care. I don't know what the other ones would be.
Quit smoking.
Oh, people still do that, eh?
Yeah.
Right.
Spend more time. Yeah, actually, we don't have a lot of friends that smoke.
I have no friends that smoke, and I always find it weird when I see somebody in the freezing cold. outside huddled up and lighting up a cigarette. I'm like, really? People still do this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. I don't think I have any. I mean, I have some friends that smoke pot, but yeah, I don't have any friends that smoke.
Well, I don't smoke it, but I do take my little chocolates.
Yeah.
Oh, can I just say quickly before you go into these? We went for a massage in Montreal the day before New Year's, and my friend was like, you know what? Let's have a little edible before we go for the massage.
Oh God, really?
I had a tiny bit of my edible that I usually
Did you
take
have
to help
an
me
orgasm?
sleep. No, but I had the most relaxing massage I've ever had.
Nice.
And it felt like it went on forever. I thought it was a 90-minute massage. It was an hour massage. It was amazing.
Nice. Yeah. Good.
So
very relaxed.
Go ahead.
Nice. So the takeaway there, listeners, is
get high.
Get high and then go get a rub down.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Only thing missing was a happy ending.
Did you have a male?
Yes. No, I had the tiniest little female massage.
Masseur?
Masseur? No, massage therapist, I think is what they call them now.
Oh, okay.
I think. Yeah. And she was even tinier than me, but she gave good massage.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay, what are the other top?
So number 5 on the list is spend more time with family and friends.
People want to do that right after the holidays?
Yeah.
Haven't they spent enough? Okay. Yeah.
So and then number 1 is save more money.
Oh, I thought you said number 1 was whatever you said at the beginning because I asked what's the top one. But
did you ask what the top one was?
Yeah, I think you gave me number 6.
Oh, no, sorry, I gave you number 6.
Okay.
Yeah. So they are save more money, eat healthier, exercise more, lose weight, spend more time with family and friends, and quit smoking in that order.
Oh.
Those are the top 6.
Didn't you say save money?
Yeah, I did.
What number? I think you read that list wrong.
Save money was number 1.
Yeah, but you just said quit smoking in that order. You didn't say save.
I just read them.
Okay.
1, okay. 1, save money.
Okay.
2, eat healthier. 3, exercise.
Thank you. Okay.
4, lose weight. 5, spend more time with family and friends. And 6, quit smoking.
I thought you were doing a countdown. That's why I got confused. All right. No. Okay. Excellent stuff. And, and with that,
she's very, very relaxed in her.
God. It's so comfy in this armchair. Okay, Mike. So shall we get on with it?
Yeah, let's do that. But before we do, I wanted to update you on something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so a couple of weeks ago, we had an episode about songs you love to hate.
Yeah.
Remember that?
I sure do.
That was your episode.
Yes.
And so
inspired by a friend of mine.
Inspired by a friend of yours. Yeah. And something about our episodes.
Can I just interject that I completely mistakenly said that she hated Paul McCartney's Simply Having a Wonderful Christmas Time in that episode? I was way off on that. She wrote to me after. She's like, I don't hate that song. So I don't know where I made that up from. But anyways.
Maybe that's the song you hate?
No, I love it too. So I don't know. Anyways, continue.
It came to you?
Yeah.
Okay, well, so the format of our podcast is that you pick a theme, and I don't know what it is, or, I don't know exactly what we're going to talk about, right?
I take the lead, you take the lead.
Yeah.
So I scratch my back, you scratch your back.
Yeah.
No, or the other way around.
You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Yeah. So we don't always come in prepared. Like, it's hard to be prepared. Right?
That's right.
Yeah. So this episode, Songs I Love to Hate, one of the songs that I brought up was a Beatles song, Blackbird.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Which I was very shocked by.
Why were you shocked?
Because it's such a lovely little song and it has such a good, a political commentary behind it.
Uh-huh.
Is that what you're going to talk about?
Well, yes.
Okay.
So turns out, for a co-host of a podcast that talks about life and lyrics and how the lyrics, mean something and say something about life, I never actually paid attention to the lyrics of that song.
Okay.
And there's a series of Beatles songs that were a part of my childhood, closer to the end of my parents' marriage.
Right.
That I just can't listen to them.
Okay.
Because Beatles were played and it reminds me of this time. And so that's really what I don't like. So the episode was released.
Yeah.
And I got schooled. Apparently my mom listens.
Hi, Vi. How's your
And
sternum, Vi? I hope it's all healed.
yeah. So my mom schooled me. She sent at 6:32 on Wednesday.
Okay.
She sent me a text saying, "Blackbird singing in the dead of night, !! Mike, in capitals, ! Find the original meeting."
Uh-huh.
That's what she sent.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, so first of all, my mom is not a big texter.
Right.
So to get a text from her is,
Yeah.
kind of like
You really hit a nerve.
I've done something.
Yes.
And then for her to send such a short text and to be like basically yelling at me, I thought, oh shit, okay, I better look at the meaning of this. So I did.
Okay.
And of course, it is a completely poignant and meaningful song. I still don't like
the music of it.
The what it conjures up for me.
Okay.
But I didn't actually articulate that in our episode. I was fumbling around to try and figure out, to explain why I didn't like the song.
Yeah.
And I never actually articulated anything clear. I just was like, I just don't like it. I don't like it. Well, listeners could infer that I might be racist or I might have a problem with political messaging.
Especially because after that you said, I don't like Bob Marley. Like a blanket statement.
Yeah.
And he was also like all of his music was purely sociopolitically
Oh my God, am I
inspired.
racist?
I mean,
No,
you're
seriously?
not. No, you're not.
I don't think I'm racist, but
You're
maybe
not.
I'm like, I'm going to have to do some reflection here because I don't think of myself as being racist.
Yeah.
But why is there something about music that?
Well, no, let's separate the two because what you're saying now is that the reason you didn't like that song, which you did not mention in that episode, not like me where Feliz Navidad, it's just the bouncy perkiness of it just makes me internally, it just ignites a fire in me and I cannot stand it.
Yeah.
But there's no other reason than that. It's too perky and it makes me think of somebody hitting a piñata. Okay? There's no real reason behind it. But yours actually has a very deep meaning, which would have been interesting if you had mentioned it at the time, because it's exactly what this podcast is about, right? That song takes you back to a moment in your life that was very tough for you.
Yeah.
So that to me is not about the song itself. It's just about like a Pavlovian.
Yeah, it is very Pavlov. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is very Pavlovian.
Not pavlova like the dessert, but
No.
you know.
Yeah, ring that bell and it
Yeah.
takes me back to, So I just thought I'd share that with you because, one, I wanted to just point out that my mom is listening to the podcast
Yes.
and she did school me.
Good for
And
her.
after, of course, I did go and take a look at and read some articles about Paul McCartney talking about the meaning behind it. And it's
Right.
interesting because over the years, the explanation of the meaning, he's talked about it quite a few times, but it's evolved a little bit as the years have gone on. But there is a common theme about it being inspired by the civil rights movement. So, really meaningful and, a lovely song and great that the Beatles were writing and singing about those issues and bringing...
But it still doesn't change the fact that when you hear it, your mind goes back to a certain place. So
It's
it doesn't
true.
You're not taking away from the song itself, I think is what you're trying to say, right?
Yeah. And I think what will be interesting, though, will be whether my response shifts. I haven't listened to it since I've read these articles or been yelled at by my mom.
Also,
but it will be interesting, because there's things that happen in your brain that are not like we're always thinking about things and taking in information.
Maybe it'll turn a switch.
Yeah, it might shift. So,
and I wonder if you heard a different version of the song. Like, was it just the Beatles version that you have that reaction to, or if you listen to, I don't know, I know Sarah McLachlan, I think, does a version of it. I'm sure there's numerous versions of it, but if you heard another one of those songs, I wonder if you'd have the same reaction, right?
Yeah.
It's funny though, because sometimes when I listen to a song, actually it is quite funny because somebody wrote into us and said this. Okay, little podcasters, time to share. Martha and the Muffins, 1980, Echo Beach. What a blast. I can remember the age and the feeling. This is a song that evokes youth, fun, and is so Toronto. Yet the song hit the charts not only in Canada, but also in Australia and the UK. And I still occasionally hear it on the radio, especially in the summer, especially on hot days. It's also a great song to sing on a cold winter day. Thank you, Elizabeth, for writing into us. I love how she's saying that it just takes her back. And there are so many times when I listen to a song and it instantaneously transports me to a time. Whether it's something like a breakup where years away, you're over the breakup, like even if it's a high school romance, but it can take you right back into all those emotions. which is just fascinating that your brain and your body can feel all those things just like it's at that time.
Yeah. And we've talked about that quite a few times in various episodes. And that is a key element of what's inspired us to do this podcast. So thank you, Elizabeth. And how did we get that message, Priya?
We got that message on the gram.
Nice.
Yeah.
So that was a DM.
That was a DM.
Elizabeth slid into our DMs.
Keep them coming. Yeah, we love it when you slide in there, guys.
Nice. Yeah. Thank you, Elizabeth.
Yes, thank you.
Great.
Okay, and with that, let's get into it, shall we?
Yeah. We touched a bit in our Christmas episode about how the holidays aren't necessarily the most wonderful time of year for everyone. And even if they are, we're often left with the post-holiday blues.
Yeah, I certainly get a bit of postpartum after any big event that I'm organizing, or for example, after the Eras Tour, anticipating it for a year and 3 months. Yes, I know I mentioned Taylor right away.
I'm so looking forward to when
to one episode
when we don't reflect back. I wonder how long it's going to take. How many episodes, listeners? Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
Oh my God, I can't help it. But we want so that feeling of that sort of postpartum is the only way I can think of it.
Yeah.
Is something that I've felt often after a big occasion or an event, and so we wanted to talk about how to get through those times and the songs that either speak about those emotions. Why are you laughing? This is not a funny topic.
I'm laughing because leading up to the Eras Tour, it was like, oh yeah, Taylor Swift, Eras. Well, not to. I know I'm going to bring her up again.
Oh my God, I know. I'm sorry.
And then,
sorry, not
do
sorry.
you know that you bring up Shawn Mendes all the time now?
I have not brought him up.
Not yet.
Not at all.
Not this episode. I know. But let me tell you, okay, at the time of recording, we're about 4 weeks out of when this will probably be published. Mm-hmm. So we have 4 weeks of episodes that we've already recorded, and I do the editing. The number of times Shawn Mendes comes up in those episodes, honestly, you are like...
his new album just came out.
I know, but this is...
I am a one-trick pony, and I was on the Taylor Trick Express for a year and 3 months, okay?
But this is the way you get out of your Taylor Swift postpartum, is that you've got Shawn.
I've got a new partum.
Yeah. Did you part him?
I would love to part him. No, not in that way.
It's too young for you.
Too young. Yes, he's so adorable, and I wish I had
He's sexy.
I wish I had a friend in her 20s that I could say, go and fall in love with Shawn Mendes.
Do you know? Remember when I was telling you about my friend Vince's birthday?
Yes.
And his partner Ross works out at a gym here in Toronto, and
Did he see Shawn Mendes?
Shawn Mendes is a member of his gym. Oh. So when we would see Ross, at brunch or whatever, we'd see him and he'd be like, oh yeah, Shawn, he keeps following me around.
Oh my God. Is he just so chill? He just walks into the gym and does his workout it's no big thing that he's here? Apparently
that's his thing. He has his trainer and he goes to a gym and works out. That's why he has that amazing body. Yeah.
Anyways. So we're going to talk about songs that either speak to those moments when you're kind of in a real sad, kind of lonely place, or songs that help us overcome them. Because sometimes you want to wallow. And I think that a little bit of wallowing is okay and is healthy because you have to acknowledge your thoughts and emotions. You can't just ignore them and pretend that they're going to...
You're going to have to say that again. I just burped.
Doesn't matter. Burping is a normal thing.
I know, but
we're going to keep
rude.
it in. We're going to keep it in. Because I was gulping my water before and I was like, can they hear me swallowing? Listen, folks.
No,
okay,
don't
never
say
mind.
it. Okay.
All right.
Go on. This is why the 93-year-old aunt is not going to be recommended to listen to this podcast.
I know. Well, we have said before, and we'll say it again, this is a rated R.
There can be rated R elements to it. That's true.
Yes. It's not family friendly necessarily. Even the one we did about the Eras Tour with my goddaughter here, who was 15, it's funny because I was trying to be very proper. And then when we talked about that line in Taylor's song, he looks up grinning like a devil.
We actually didn't talk about it in the episode.
We didn't talk about it, but we were talking about it after, and I always thought that line said...
He looks up grinning like a devil.
I thought it was, he looks so pretty like a devil, but the line really is he looks up grinning. And Mike was telling me that, and he was like, "You can't tell Maya that. You can't tell Maya that."
I was just
it's
like,
about oral sex.
I didn't say that.
You did.
I said, no, I never said it that way. I just said, well, you know what she's referring to. And you were like, no, what?
No, I
what?
didn't.
And then you were like, oh my God, no.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, you
And
can't tell Maya that. I mean, she's 14.
I know. I became such a prude. I have like two ends of the spectrum here where I am filthy, filthy, filthy.
It's true.
And then I am just such a huge prude. Like, oh my God. So we were talking about it with Maya after the recording.
Right.
And
she's
somehow
like-
it came up. She's like, oh, you mean because his head is down here? And I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, Maya.
You're like,
how dare.
I know.
I can't. I was so aghast.
I know. And yet,
She's 15. Of course she knows what it is.
yeah, well, remember that episode where you were talking about the boyfriend in high school that you and your girlfriends just passed around?
Yes. No, not passed around. One girlfriend went
Yeah.
out with him before I
Okay.
did. Just one.
Okay.
But yes, we were in the car and he was.
Yeah. But you were 17 at the time.
Yeah. I was 17. But 17 is a far cry from 14 going on
Yes,
15.
it is. Yes.
But kids these days are so mature. Even though when they have boyfriends and girlfriends, they could be on the other side of the country. So,
My girlfriend in
very weird.
Canada.
Yeah, it's like I have a boyfriend. I've been seeing him for a year. I'm like, oh, but then it comes out that they've never actually met in person.
Right, because they're online.
Such a strange new world. Okay, so we're going to talk about some of these songs. And since I'm leading this episode, I'm going to pull up some lyrics that really spoke to me on this topic. One of the artists is somebody that you inspired me to listen to.
Ah, who was that?
That is Noah Kahan.
Oh, you listened to Noah Kahan.
I did.
Nice.
Is it just Kahan?
I think it's Noah
just
Kahan.
pronounce-
No,
okay.
no, not Kahan.
Not Kahan, but it's
like
spelled Kahan.
Think
Why don't they spell it Jojoba? Do you remember those commercials?
no.
It was about this hair removal system or something, but it's spelled Jojoba,
Oh,
but it's pronounced
it's
Jojoba.
Jojoba?
Yeah.
Well, you always have this pronunciation thing because like drawer has always been a word that is
I
been
can't say it properly. I don't
endless
know it.
hilarious.
I know.
I know.
Yeah.
Listeners are like, no, this is not funny.
Drawer. That's
Drawer.
not right? Drawer?
Drawer.
What, am I saying it? Drawer? Is that right? Drawer.
Drawer. No, you got it.
Okay. All right. So this song is actually a duet that he did with Lizzie McAlpine. McAlpine? McAlpine?
What? Yeah. Which song
It's
is
called
this?
Call Your Mom.
Yeah.
Do you know it?
Yes, I do. Yeah,
Okay.
and this song was on the Stick Season Forever.
Yes. Wow.
So he had Stick Season.
Okay.
And he recorded that song without a duet. It wasn't a duet.
Right.
And then because of all the success, well, not because of all the success, but he had a lot of success. So he did a bunch of songs with duets. And this is the
Okay.
Stick Season Forever.
Well, I found like the whole song. I think the song is about, because I was doing just reading up on it after I listened to the lyrics, and he had a hard time performing it live. So I feel like he has a personal connection to maybe a friend who was suffering some suicidal thoughts or was going through a really tough time. But some of the lyrics in this song that really kind of stood out to me, although the whole song is very touching, are medicate, meditate, swear your soul to Jesus, throw a punch, fall in love, give yourself a reason. And I thought that was in itself like so kind of beautiful, the different ways in which we try to deal with things. Like we'll turn to God even if we're not religious people.
Yeah.
Or we'll smoke weed or we'll drink or whatever we can do to just forget, just to numb ourselves, right?
Right,
Or just
yeah.
to find a way through. But then the line that I think is like a little silver lining is, don't let this darkness fool you. All lights turned off can be turned on. Mm-hmm. And that is like, when you're going through something really shitty, like if any of you listening have had a lonely holiday season, and I know I have in the past, you feel like those feelings are never going to go away.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're just stuck in it, and it's just, this is my life now.
Yeah.
And how am I supposed to get through it?
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah.
have you ever felt like that? Well, guys, this is the end of part 1. Consider it an intermission. So take a pee break, go grab a drink. And if you want to hear Mike's answer, then head on over to part 2, where you can hear the rest of the episode and, of course, listen to us go on and on and on and on. Oh, God, do we ever